Hello and welcome to What's That Behind You. Please, before the video gets started, take a second to like the video and subscribe. Videos like this come out every Monday. Welcome to another episode in the Debunking of Supernatural series. In today's episode, we're going to be having a discussion surrounding pets and the unknown. Is it true that dogs can see spectres? Can they notice things in the corner of the room? Where did that theory come from, that death can be sensed by a pet? Today we are going to have a look at some of these and try in our own way to get to the bottom of it. First off, let's start with the idea of our canine and feline friends seeing the supernatural. An article from the Blue Cross Pet Charity stated 29% of pet owners think their companions have seen something. Most describe their pet staring intently at an empty space, or appear to be watching something cross the room that their owners cannot see. 43% believe their pet was trying to tell them or warn them about its presence by growling, barking, or hissing at an invisible entity. Some owners describe how their pet even refuses to go in certain rooms or areas of the house, growling or hissing when nearby. All I know is that our furry friends are a brilliant species. For example, dogs are incredible creatures. As well as being trained to do most things, they possess some incredible heightened senses: touch, smell, taste, hearing, and many of these attributes can be put to blame for the dog that barks at 3 a.m. in the morning, or randomly barking into the corner, barking at that shadow you see out the peripheral vision. Do they have natural abilities though? My belief is no. In one of those instances, maybe the heightened hearing has picked up on a car door being opened or footsteps of an animal in the garden. The smell of something different setting the pooch off. Spiders or other creatures out of our sight, but in the predator's eyes, a willing victim to the dominant species. So why can dogs be linked to so much death and illness? Can your dog actually sense death? In some cases, yes. A dog's heightened sense of smell has been used to smell out tumours and cancer, underlying medical issues, so therefore the theory can easily lead to a dog sensing impending death. We have multiple stories across the news outlets of dogs doing this on medical terms, working with professionals and getting to the bottom of this. The dog's sense of smell is so legendary, they are also used in exploration of missing people and even murder cases. This has been stated in many medical journals as well as also throughout science. But sensing the supernatural? That's a different story. Much of a dog's behaviour can be a mystery to its owner, but there are countless examples that leave us wondering if the unimaginable is actually conceivable. When someone is inclined to believe in the paranormal, some dogs may exhibit behaviours that make it look like they are perhaps sensing an apparition is nearby. This may be that dog stops and stands still at a given point in the house and the owner later finds out someone has died there. If a dog is standing in a corner, barking at nothing visible, could it be that he senses something out of the ordinary? Or perhaps he stays close to an object that's associated with the deceased family member, whether it be a favourite chair or side of the bed, as if that person is still present. Things like this point out to when a dog barks at what appears to be nothing. An owner sometimes thinks it's because he's seeing a ghost or picking up on something that we can't. While clairvoyance generally falls outside of what we can prove in terms of science, we do understand and have research on a dog's basic 5 senses. One of the big questions is, can dogs with their heightened senses see things that we can't? The level of a dog's hearing also surpasses a human's, and dogs possess the ability to hear higher pitched noises from a much greater distance. Dogs' auditory perception is another area where they perceive the world around them in a vastly different way from human beings. Their differences may not be connected to their ability to pick up on different and undetectable phenomena that we don't. A dog's field of vision is much wider than ours. They can see objects at a greater distance, and their ability to see in twilight, dusk and dawn is far superior to ours, making it possible to pick up certain movements that are undetectable to the human eye. It could be absolutely accurate that the dog is picking up on something we not be able to see, but what they are perceiving may not be Casper the Friendly Ghost. Dogs are fascinating creatures, and there is still much uncertainty when it comes to the abilities of man's best friend. Their senses are highly attuned, and it is obvious they are perceiving the world in a vastly different way than we do. Whether that extraordinary senses are able to pick up on unknown forms, energies, or paranormal continues to remain a mystery. This leaves us with the conclusion that this simply cannot be proven. Do we as human beings possess the power to prove the unknown? Definitely not. Therefore, how would we be able to prove something that is quite possibly an impossibility? Dogs can't state what they may or may not have seen. Dogs can't state what they may or may not have heard. So unfortunately, it's paradoxical to try and prove or disprove this fact. All we know is that sometimes, just sometimes, there may or may not be witnessing something we can't possibly fathom. Dogs, throughout the years, have also been linked through our own experiences to death. A black dog in a dream or folklore can be a representation of the devil or death in many past literature, but that is a video all of its own. Plain to say, unfortunately, until dogs evolve to the point of speech, or science progresses to a point of translation, we will surely never know. I, as a pet owner, have not witnessed anything with my puppy yet, but have you? Has your dog or pet ever shown supernatural tendencies, or hints at the unknown? Let me know in the comments below. Until the next one, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Remember, whether things go bump or bark in the night, never be afraid of what's behind you.